Charly, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come on over and join me at askcharlyleetham.locals.com. You can join the community for free. You can become a supporter and get access to supporter only content. You can join conversations, you can start conversations, and of course, by becoming a supporter, you also help me keep creating content like this, like my podcasts and like my tutorials. Let's get on with today's topic though, 153. This time I'm calling it some tools that might save you some time. It's a little bit of change of pace from my inspirational, this is sorts of things you can do, to here's some actual practicalities you can use in your business. And what prompted it was a question I had in a Facebook group that I'm part of. It was, how can I dictate some notes from my consults without having to type them all in? It would save me a few minutes each consult, and that adds up over the day and over the week. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you mean by that? So I went back and asked some questions. It was like, well, look, when I finish my consults, I do one-on-one consults. I don't record them, but I do one-on-one consults. I sometimes do them over online, or I sometimes do them in person. And at the end of each consult, I write down some notes. What would be really good is if I could just talk into something and have that dictated into the notes. And I'm like, okay, what tools are there? Well, there's tools online, and like, well, maybe we can go and look online. And one of the requirements was that free or inexpensive. And I get that. It all adds up over time. And sometimes, the benefit, the improvement is not worth the cost. So you've got to balance that out. So I went and had a look, and I'm like, there's Nota, Nota.ai, and Jasper.ai, and lots of others. And yeah, they're okay. You could use those. But I got to thinking, I'm like, no, there's a function on my phone. I'm sure I've been using this function on my phone. So I went and had a play. And there is, on iPhones and on Androids, there is voice typing. Now, you might need to enable it, and I'm going to put some links in to the show notes about how these work on your phones. I take this very carefully, because not all versions of the phones will, or all versions of Android will have this enabled. You might need to enable it. You might need to download an app from the Google Store to make it work. On my Android, my Galaxy Samsung S23, this was enabled as standard, and it has been enabled on all of mine, going back to my Note 3, I think it was. Now on the Androids, it's called Google Voice Typing. And on the iPhones and iOS devices, Apple devices, it's called iPhone Magic Keyboard Dictate. So go and turn those on, because you're going to love these. I promise. These are going to be really useful to you. Then just choose a notepad or a document maker of your choice. Now, I personally like Zoho Notebook, because I use the Zoho suite of products, so it integrates with all of that. Microsoft OneNote is fantastic, because that matches the sticky notes that come with Windows 11 now. Google Keep is also good. Now, the best thing about those three that I've mentioned is that they sync between the phone and the desktop. So if I make a note on my phone, and I get to my laptop or my desktop, and I need access to it, I can go and get it. I don't have to worry about emailing it to myself or not. It's all there. So they're the three. And then once you've got them, all you need to do, and I hate it when someone says that, all you need to do is bring up your notepad on your app on your phone, hit the little microphone button, and start talking. And it starts typing out what you're talking. Now, you're going to have to watch it, of course, because Australian accents can be a bit funny, and sometimes dictation apps don't handle our accent very well. So you're going to have to watch it. You might need to teach it sometimes. I'm not sure how teachable it is, but you might have to go through and edit it. So just keep an eye on it. Nothing is perfect, but I've got to say it's pretty good. Now, I also understand that there's ways that you can make it format as you're typing. I'm going to just put the notes in and let you guys go and play with that. I haven't played with this extensively. I really just use it to take very quick notes. Now I thought, okay, so I've got these apps for the phones, but what about my laptop? What if I don't have a phone, or what if my phone doesn't do it, or what if I don't want to use these apps? So there's Notepad, there's Zoho Notebook, sorry, works on the desktop. OneNote, which is the sticky notes on Windows, or OneNote itself works on the notebook on the desktop. Google Keep works on the desktop. There's Microsoft Word as well. Now, with Microsoft Word, it's kind of simple actually. I opened up Microsoft Word and there's this little button in the ribbon that says dictate, and I clicked it and it asked for permission to use my microphone, and I said yes, and I started talking, and it started writing out what I was doing. Again, I'm sure there are voice commands you can give it to do formatting and new lines and stuff, but man, did that work, and that worked really well. With Google Docs, you can use Google Typing. It does have to be enabled on your account if you are a Google Workspace for Business account. So you might need to get your admin to turn that on. And one of the provisos I saw, I didn't check it out because I have a Google Workspace for Business account and I don't think it's enabled. It did say that it might need Chrome to do it. Now, it should work in Firefox and it should work in Edge, but just take that one and remember that that was a caveat and a proviso that I put on it. The other one that I tried was Zoho Writer. Like I said, I use the Zoho suite of products, Zoho Writer, and you can do it. You actually have to use a Windows 11 function to do it, and I will turn that on in the notes for this episode, that the Windows 11 and for Macintosh. So there you go. There are three ways on your phone at least, and a couple of ways on your notebook, your desktop computer, that you can actually just use your voice to dictate your notes, your documents, whatever it is you want. I mean, I'm sure you could even use it to send emails or get your emails out. So if you're busy doing something, you might be able to just speak it out. But how much time can you save in doing that? Now, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you have that you do along those lines that can make life easier? What tips can you share with other listeners? Come across to Locals, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Join the conversation there, start your own conversations, ask these types of questions. Honestly, I get such a blast out of answering these questions and finding out all these really nifty little techie things we can do and making them simple to use, making them easy to understand, because I know you go through some of that documentation and none of it makes sense. But if someone can break it down for you, that's often much, much better. But please let me know, what are your hints and tips around dictating notes and stuff into your phone and into your computer? Come across to Locals. Please remember, if you can, to like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. If you could leave a review, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, maybe share this content with someone who you think might get some benefit out of it. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.